As we run through the starting five, Philip, Urulu, Lejeski, 3-7 regular season 2 years ago, and then the championship last year, Stone. And here we go from Venice, round 3 underway, and it's the home side with the opening possession. Reyer Venice going from right to left on your screen. Bramos with the entry pass inside. Kicks it out. Chappell down low. Looking into Vidmar. Vidmar defended by Williams. Chappell puts it on the deck. Floater from outside the lane, and it's collected by Devin Williams, the big boy down low, at 2.6 meters. Driving into the lane, that's a first look for Tariq Phillip, who had it swatted out of his hands, and it'll be a reset of possession for Tofas Bursa down on the baseline. Urulu, Lejeski dumps it off to Williams, floater in the lane, and it's collected by Day. Day, the big man who can pull down the boards, but as you see here, can take it coast to coast. Day pull up on the 3-ball. Left it off the front iron, and it's collected by one of the best rebounders in the league at 1.90 meters, Tariq Phillip. Quick turnaround on the entry pass, and DJ White with the opening bucket of the game here over a minute into the first quarter. Julian Stone, man-to-man look for Tofas Bursa. Stone, quick pull up on the far side. That's off the back iron, and a battle for it down low. Went off of Williams last, and it'll stay with Reyer Venice. Gasper Vidmar battling with Williams down low. Right back to Stone, who was open momentarily, but Urulu coming back, and then Stone into a double team. Who'd he go off last? It was Tariq Phillip who got in there and just made it a bit more difficult, that pass across the baseline. Well, it was a start that any team would have signed up for. 19 points in the first 6 minutes. Perfect from inside the arc and 4 for 6 from outside the arc in the opening 6 minutes for Lejeski's man as a step back baseline jumper for Matt Lejeski, the former Panathinaikos man, former Olympiakos man as well, one of the few who have made more than you'd think, as a matter of fact. Lejeski dumps it off Urulu. There's Williams. Williams had it swatted from behind by Vidmar. Chappell was eyeing a slicing bounce pass through the defense in transition. Day, foul and one. Day's going to the line, and he's on the board for the first time today. Austin Day, he's got the height mismatch on Lejeski and goes right into the body of Lejeski. Perfect take by the big man Austin Day. Gonzaga alumni. Played for the Pistons out of college and went over to Kinky for a couple of games. Went back to the NBA, and well, he's been at Venice since 2017, and he is certainly a fan favorite around the Taliercio. Urulu. Not even Barish or Mejia getting the start at point guard. Williams hanging in the air, showing that he can suspend himself and allow the defense to pass as he gets the short-range bucket. Day. Vidmar down low and using the muscle to break a block through a couple of hand checks and convert the bucket down low. Vidmar with his opening bucket. Williams on the drive. Williams taking it strong into Gasper Vidmar. the Slovenian, who will collect his first foul of the night. And you can see Williams, he's got that mid-range game where he can hit it from the mid-range, but he can also put it on the deck. He's quick, and he's a handful for big men defenders. Di Raffaele wants a complete performance from his squad. He's really yet to have a 40-minute contest that has been disputed at the level that he would have wanted from start to finish. Referees just having a chat after the foul. Don't think it was enough to even review at the scorer's table as Williams goes to the free throw line. Devin Williams, the former West Virginia Mountaineer, played at Demir and Budućnost last year. Played in the Euroleague, obviously, with Budućnost. Had 18 in round 2 against Partizan, but it wasn't enough. He was the leading scorer for Tofas, and he's off the mark with both those free throws. Neither team very good shooting the ball from the free throw line. Chappell changed his mind in midair and almost got the offensive board. Williams there to spare possession, and off to the races is Uruglu. Uruglu almost lost a little exit pass out to Lejeski as it was deflected. Lejeski, stagnant offense on the far side. Uruglu had to force up a shot as the clock was winding down, and some good defensive possessions on both ends of the floor. Day flips it over to Chappell. Chappell wide open for 3, and Chappell way off the mark. Got a good look, but seemed like he wanted to dish it off, and because the defenders laid off, was forced to put up the shot. White hears the whistle, and he'll go to the line on the jump shot after Day gets a piece. Well, there hasn't been much consistency on the offensive end for Tofas Bursa at the moment. White heads to the line and knocks his first free throw of the night in. DJ White, 19 in round 1, 16 in round 2. He is the leading scorer through 2 rounds for this Tofas Bursa squad. Vidmar out to Day. Day wide open, thought about the 3, puts it on the deck, and it was Phillip who squeaked into the passing lane, and a unsportsmanlike foul by Julian Stone as Tariq Phillip was off to the races, and Stone, not sure how much he actually knew about that, just tried to get in front of Phillip, but it'll send Tariq Phillip to the free throw line to shoot a couple. After the unsportsmanlike foul, will send Julian Stone to the bench here almost halfway through the first quarter. Di Nicolau coming into the game for the first time. Phillip flirted with a triple-double in round 1 with 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Mind you, he's 1.90 meters, and he's averaging 8 rebounds a game through the first 2 games of the season. And well, he's a guy who has proven that he's on the triple-double watch every time he laces them up. Lejeski, Rulu, White up and under, saw the shot clock winding down at the last moment and tried to force up a shot, but give a lot of credit to Venice. Di Nicolau on the reverse, doing it all by himself into the game, and already with a quick bucket. Phillip Zone look by Venice over the top to William, and Chappell got a piece from behind, but a bit too much of Williams, and he's going to the line for a second trip to the charity stripe today. Michael Watt into the game as well. And here is our first look at Sami Mejia. Mejia had missed the first 2 games of the season. It's a guy last year who averaged 14 points, almost 15 points a game, and 4.5 assists. And certainly any team would miss him to start the season. And Tofas Bursa just happy to have him back as they look for their second win of the Eurocup season. Williams at the line. A free throw line violation. A lane violation, I should say, on Venice. So it'll give Williams, who has struggled from the line, a chance at one more. Well, saw right there on the bottom of your screen, and Williams takes advantage by hitting the gimme, the mulligan. Chappell. Here's Bramos. Bramos off the screen, all the way out to Day. Day a bit too far from where he'd like to collect the ball, but he'll make do by driving into the post, getting his own rebound, and on the turn away jump fader in the lane, it's Austin Day. He's got 5 points. Mejia. How does Mejia incorporate into this already high-flying offense of Tofas Bursa? That time it was Phillip with a deep ball. Watt, Mitchell Watt. And from a difficult angle underneath the basket, contorting his body and using a little English off the glass. Watt with his opening deuce of the game. Mejia off the screen and roll. Williams, a little leaner, as he caught it with some momentum behind him, and didn't look too comfortable of a shot for Williams. Did it go off of DJ White's fingertips last? They're going to say it did, and it'll stay down here with Reyer Venice. Stefano Tonut in the game for the first time. I don't think it was ever going to hit the intended target, which was Austin Day, but DJ White coming in and doing Reyer Venice a bit of a favor there. Tonut into Watt. Watt, little jump hook in the lane, and Mitchell Watt with a couple quick buckets off the bench. Venice lead for the first time today. Lejeski, long range effort. Defenders were winding down, and oh, that's Bramos, isn't it? Bramos off the dribble, long ball, Bramos, 5-point lead for Venice. Michael Bramos opens his account. Well, at the moment, Venice is playing at the pace Tofas Bursa might like to. A offensive foul there on Mushin Yashar. The pick and roll working for Venice on one end, and causing a turnover for Tofas Bursa on the other end, courtesy of an offensive foul on the moving screen by Yashar. Venice with a quick start, but this time returning the favor, it's Ike Udano. with the moving screen on the offensive end. 16-11 here. Third turnover of the game for Venice. Reyer, a couple minutes in since he came off the bench, has yet to do much. White with a foot inside the free throw line, and White, the high arcing jumper over the defenders, cuts this lead to 3. White with 6 points. Nicolau. Watt thought about the 3 ball, instead driving into the post, kick out. Bramos falling out of bounds and snatching it out of the hands of the defender. It's Aikudano. Skying up high, Aikudano. Bramos free throw line jumper. Gets the roll. Udano's going to claim it, as I think he got the last touch. Had to be sure. Better safe than sorry in the eyes of Aikudano. Majeski, zone look again, that leaves White wide open. Yashar with the rebound. Now to Baris Ermish. Yashar found some contact and found an open look down low off the screen and roll. Ramos. Tonuts. Around the horn to Watt. Out to Bramos. So that's Tonuts, as a matter of fact. 5 on the clock. Watt puts it on the deck. Watt slicing through the defense. And in and out on the runner in the lane from Mitchell Watt. 4 points already for the big man from the University of Buffalo. Well, this does not look like a team, Venice, that has barely brushed 60 points in their first 2 games after 2 rounds of play. Venice wanted to come in today and prove that they could score with the big boys, and Tofas, one of the best scoring teams thus far in the tournament. Watt unsuccessful on either attempt from the charity stripe, and we've got half a minute to go here in the first quarter. Mejia driving on the near side, kicked out to Yashar. Through the hands of Yashar. White checks the shot clock, back to Mejia. Mejia, 3 on the clock. Working on Watt. Mejia up and under from downtown, using the bank. And Sammy Mejia, welcome back to the Eurocup after 2 rounds out. 6.5 to go. Tofas Bursa, it hasn't been the prettiest of first quarters for them, but they only trail by 1 here. Majeski heading to the bench. Philip back in the game. Cross-court pass out to Dono. Bramos, another 3-ball by Bramos with a shot clock and the game clock winding down. And Venice, after the first 10 minutes, lead by 4, courtesy of Michael Bramos and his sharp shooting. Well, as they always do, Tofas, they've taken care of the ball well in the first quarter. Little press to come out of the quarter break, and just made life uncomfortable for a moment for Sammy Mejia. Philip. Barish, and a foul whistle off the ball. Committed by Ariel Filoy. Barish, one of the leading assist men in the game last year in the Eurocup. And And an errant pass that is going to stay with Tofas Bursa. It got deflected by Mitchell, I believe it was. Yeah, Mitchell came in and just got a hand in there on Tariq Phillip. Foul on the floor, and Mejia just getting some contact from Tonut. Tonut trying to make up as he was left behind on the defensive end by Sami Mejia, and already a quick 2 team fouls for Venice here in the second quarter. Giveaway by Ermish. Now here's Filoy. Just going to slow things down, set up the offense. Watt around the perimeter. Tonut. Donna. Dano, beautiful dump off and slashing to the basket. Stefano Tonut. Good understanding between those two. As Tonut gave it up and Udanu spotted him slicing to the basket. Yashar gets it swatted by Udanu. Udanu. He's got the ups. He's shown that already, pulling down a couple rebounds and just hanging in the air, waiting for Yashar to put the forced effort up on the interior. Mejia left his feet, found Durmaz on the perimeter. Durmaz off the dribble with the shot clock winding down. Over the top off the rebound, and it's Watt. Turning Watt, got some contact and looking for the and one, but he'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Well, we've seen the free throw line. Coach Ene maybe just looking to calm his boys down after the quarter change. He had a quick timeout because the offense has been nullified by this tremendous defense here played by Reyer Venice in the first 11.5 minutes of this game. If Venice could just keep the fouls down, they sent Tofas to the line 8 different times in the first quarter. Now it's Watt taking advantage of his trip to the line, and largest lead of the night for the Italians. Muhammad Mustafa into the game for the first time as he looks over to Ermish. Mustafa, baseline drive, bounced it over to Williams, and Udano just extended a foot, and it'll reset the clock to 14. Mustafa, the 20-year-old, inbounding the pass, and an open look for Durmaz. On the offensive board, it's Tofas Bursa battling not once but twice, 3 times a charm, and it's Devin Williams with the putback. That's one thing Reyer Venice can't afford to do. They were plagued by offensive rebounds conceded last week against Locomotive, and 3 just on that last possession. Udano into the corner, it's Filoy, long ball wide open, Ariel Filoy, and he puts Reyer Venice back up by 9. Ermish. Durmaz looking for it at the free throw line. Instead, Williams going right into the body of Watt. Long rebound collected. Ermish with the 3 ball. In and out. Durmaz there again. And Tofas Bursa, well, not converting on the first or second tries, but continuing the possession, courtesy of some strong offensive rebounding. We talked about Venice in control of the battle of the boards in the first quarter, but well, they've come out strong on the rebounding end. Tofas Bursa here in this second quarter. Chapel back into the Mejia off the screen. Jumper from Mejia, foot inside the line, and Mejia hasn't quite worked out his shot after missing his first 2 rounds of Eurocup action. Tonu left wide open, dumps off for Vidmar, and Vidmar there, happy to accept on the down low. Interior look for Vidmar. That was created by the drive by Tonut. Ermish taking his stroll right down Main Street as the defense laid off, and Ermish took his space. Backdoor cut. Tonut there on the reverse, and Vidmar cleaning up the scraps. And a travel on Ermish, who surprised by the call, but I think once he sees that in the game tape tomorrow, he'll know that indeed he did take one extra step. DJ White the leading scorer, but Devin Williams as well at 6 for Tofas Bursa. But at the moment, their offense has really been lacking in the second quarter. It's all come off of second chance points. Tonu. Filoy deep 3, instead changes his mind, and Udano going up for the theatrical finish, and instead Williams there to ensure that he earns them from the free throw line. Off the pick and roll, Filoy was the one who drew the defenders out, as it looked like he was going to put up the shot, and Williams had to come across the lane trying to shut down Udano. Udano went to Long Island University and Wayne State. 11 teams since 2012 for Udano. Last one being Avellino in the 18-19 season. Played at Cantu and Avellino last year around the Italian League, and now joining forces with the reigning champs. Here's Phillip. He's been kept quiet in the opening of this game. Lejeski, Williams, and that's Vidmar with a big block. Williams thought he had the open dunk. And again, Phillip on the second chance points, foul underneath. Vidmar with the big block. Gasper, Vidmar closing the door on Devin Williams. And the largest lead of the night surmounted with Austin Day on the bench for Reyer Venice. Phillip. Defenders on his back, defenders all around. This time dumps it off, and Williams is there with the finish on the interior. 10-point game. More than halfway through this second quarter. Tofas Bursa being silenced on the offensive end here in the first half. Venice finally looks like they found their offense. Day turning, looking for anything, and Day in the nick of time. From underneath the basket, working his magic and finding a sufficient amount of space to put it up in traffic. Durmaz, foul on Day, and that's the 4th team foul on Venice. Day committing his second. Lejeski. White. Williams wide open from the top of the key. Not quite his shot. As the rebound collected by Day. Tonut off to the races. White streaming in and collecting the loose ball. Lejeski. Williams up top, and he had the alley-oop all to himself, but was in between the dunk or the layup and laid it too strong off the glass. It was a great look in today. He's got some good looks courtesy of some good ball mints, some penetration and dishing. Leading scorers are Day and Watt for Reyer Venice. Watt came into this game averaging 8.5 points. Second leading scorer for Venice through the first 2 rounds. Tonut, baseline drive, going right at the defenders, and with a quick put up on the right hand, with the left side, on the left side with the right hand, I should say. And Stefano Tonut with a nice first half. Williams got himself into trouble, and this offense looks a little too reluctant on the inside. Looks down to Williams. Williams is putting up a whole lot of shots. That's number 10 for him. He's got 11 field goals overall. Williams on just 8 points, and well, he's certainly been the most active, but at the moment, Tofas Bursa need to spread some of the wealth, share the love. And Williams at the free throw line, where he has struggled, 2 for 5 now. 62.5% free throw shooter through the first 2 games. And 0 for 2 from the line. Tofas Bursa really struggling at the charity stripe, shooting just 5 for 10. In the middle of the zone, and it's Udanu who lost it off the shoe. Phillip with just 1 point, trying to get involved. Phillip can't get the roll, back at it again. No love on the second chance points. Williams this time, and Williams going back to the line for free throws number 7 and 8 already. Well, there's been some looks for Tofas Bursa that have looked like high percentage shots, but they haven't fallen. And Tofas Bursa, one of the highest scoring teams, stuck at 24 points, just 6 points in this second quarter still. Williams rattles in his first of 2 from the free throw line. And flirting with double digits. If he can knock this down, he'll be at 10, the first of 10 here tonight. There's Devin Williams at 10 points and cutting this to a 12-point lead. He'll take an exit and a quick breather. Maybe the last we'll see of him here in the first half. Devin Williams. Burkan Durmaz back into the game. A half-court trap trying to be installed by Tofas Bursa. Trying to throw anything they can at Venice at the moment to slow them down. Ramos wide open. It's Chappell for 3. Phillip still stuck at 1 point. Phillip out to the perimeter, around the horn to Mustafa, and Mustafa let fly with an errant 3 ball. Ball on the deck. Mustafa hits the hardwood, out to Phillip, and a 3-on-3 in transition. Tariq Phillip lost it on the way, and it will stay with Tofas Bursa as good defensive transition for Venice. All three hustling back, and it was Watt who got a piece, and Stone was there on the backup. Sami Mejia yet to really get involved in this game. Just 3 points. They came on a whim from a desperation three as the shot clock was winding down. Tofas Bursa with a couple stops, a couple buckets here, and trying to get within 10 points before half, and they've done exactly that with a couple made buckets from Tariq Phillip. Well, it says 27, but 28 for Tofas Bursa, and that might be what Phillip needed to just get into the rhythm. Couple free throws in the corner. Di Nicolau, let's fly! Di Nicolau wide open in the corner, and Tofas Bursa just fell asleep on the defensive end. Phillip, Durmaz, zone look all half long. Mejia in the face of the defense. Sami Mejia with a couple triples. And in all honesty, they haven't been good looks, but Mejia with the only 2 triples for Tofas Bursa here in this first half. Day fouled on the floor. It will be the 4th team foul for Tofas Bursa. Whistled on Durmaz.
Secondo fallo del numero 3 Durmaz.
Di Nicolau. Day down low. The entry pass collected by Mejia. And oh, Phillip lost it as he gathered to go up with the layup. Felt the heat coming from behind. Phillip, have a look again. Went to gather the ball off the dribble, and, well, Phillip not having the best of nights here in round 3 of the Eurocup. He's had a spectacular start, but here today, struggling to find his rhythm, find his groove. Di Nicolau into the corner. Baseline drive from Bramos. Watt, back to Bramos. Watt 4 on the clock. Penetrating, it's Watt, and the whistle came with less than a second to go on the shot clock. Durmaz can't believe it. Watt has really been forcing the issue down on the interior. 7 points, 3 rebounds, and has created a lot of havoc. Berk Urulu coming back into the game for Durmaz for the final 15.7 seconds. Well, we talked about not just Tofas Bursa struggling from the free throw line, but Reyer Venice as well, shooting 53.6 from the line. It is the worst percentage in the Eurocup through the first 2 rounds, and Watt splits the 2 free throws. 11-point game here. Final possession for Tofas Bursa. Can they draw it back into single digits? Mejia into the paint. Lost the ball. Who's going to come up with it? Struggling, it's Mustafa, and, well, an ugly finish to quite the first half for Reyer Venice. Venice 40. Leading scorer so far, Devin Williams, but he's had a good deal of the ball in his hand, and with 11 field goals attempted already here in the first half, we'll see if he can start warming up as well. Already 10 points, but a whole lot of missed shots under his belt. Mejia off the screen, into the corner, guarded by Watt. Here's Mejia, mismatch down low. Mejia let fly. Williams down low, got the foul called, and he'll go to the line. The mismatch drew Watt down out on the post, or excuse me, out on the perimeter, and Williams was left all alone on Chappell, and Williams collecting, and Chappell committing the foul. I don't think that'll be counted as an offensive rebound, but Williams this time money on the first free throw. Already been to the line. Well, this will be his 10th free throw. And he's shooting 6 for 10 from the line. 10 points, 7 rebounds for Devin Williams. Backdoor look, and Uruglu was there with a hand in the passing lane. It was Julian Stone trying to pull one over on Burke Uruglu, but there's Day with a backdoor cut. Got a great look, couldn't convert as it rattled in and out. Just hung on the rim and fell the wrong side of the rim for Venice and Day. Mejia off the screen. Williams cutting to the basket. Williams shepherding his man off of the out of the interior, and Williams down low with 4 quick points to his second half. 14 points for Williams. Day driving, using the glass, asking for a little love from the referee. But Day, he's got 9 points on his night to go along with his 5 boards. Lujeski running the baseline, looking for an opening, down low to Williams. He's got the hot hand, off to Mejia. Pick and roll, pick and pop, as a matter of fact. That was just a bit of miscommunication, and Watt in transition. Running the floor, you got to feed the big man when he's hungry. Back to an 11-point lead after a quick 4-0 run to start by Tofas Bursa. Foul on Michael Bramos. He'll be on the floor. Lujeski at the free throw line saying he was about to shoot that, and well, the referees think otherwise. Lujeski's flashing right down the lane. A lot of traffic down the paint, and difficult shot. Day. Turnaround by Day. Left it short on the fader. And Uruglu running the break. Uruglu will pull it out and set up the offense. Lujeski off the curl. Lujeski, Mejia. He's already got 2 today. Make it 3 for Sammy Mejia. Watt, top of the key now for Watt. Finding Stone. Chappell, Bramos, too strong on the 3 ball. Eight-point game. Tofas Bursa looking better here in this third quarter. Down to Williams, spinning. Williams back one way, corkscrewing his way to the basket. And Williams on the baby hook outside the paint. 6-point game. Williams bringing Tofas Bursa back on his shoulders. 16 points for Devin Williams. And almost a giveaway there. Rulu thought he had the turnover in his hand. Sammy Mejia jumping in to try to intercept that entry pass. Down to Michael Watt. Watt. Man-to-man look that's stifled Venice here to come out of the halftime break. Watt, step back, long effort. Day had to put it up. Austin Day let fly from long range, and Lejeski with the rebound. White wants it. He wants to get into this game as well. DJ White. Williams, it's been his day so far around the perimeter. Mejia in the corner, too strong. And a great presence of mind by Chappell to bounce it off the foot of DJ White, the former Indiana Hoosier. Venice wanting to get this offense revolving around Austin Day again, and instead Chappell driving. Tough shot, two men around him applying the defensive pressure. And just 4 points for Venice here in this third quarter. Williams again, beautiful shield off the ball from Watt, and turning one. Timeout called for Venice. Different looking team, Tofas Bursa here in this third quarter. Down low, Stone. Working on Urulu. Stone, double team, kick out. Day, driving, left some behind. Day, 5 on the clock now, working on White. And good defensive pressure around the perimeter as Mejia came over, but just got a piece of Day as he was looking for an outlet pass. Day, pull up, foul went, and it'll be a foul on the floor on DJ White. Second team foul, so it will be a inbounds play for Venice, but more importantly, they'll get another look at it after 2 unsuccessful possessions, and they're in a bit of a slump right now on this side of the court. Chappell down low, looking for Vidmar. Vidmar passes out of the double team. Bramos for the 3-ball, breaking this scoreless streak. Michael Bramos from downtown for the 3rd time today. Stone picks up the foul. 4th team foul for Venice. When the double team came, somebody was open. Vidmar pinpointed him out perfectly. Michael Bramos. Williams around the perimeter. He wants to have it down low. Urulu. Crossing one way, the other. Trying to find some open space. And he does just that on the drive. 5-point game now. Under 5 to go in the third quarter. Here's Chappell. Chappell off the screen, driving, cutting is Vidmar, wide open is Day, and he stepped on the sideline as he went to go give himself a little kick push with that left leg. 10th turnover for Venice. We talked about them needing to limit the turnovers and the offensive rebounds. Well, at the moment, Tofas Bursa with 9 offensive boards. and 10 turnovers for Venice. White couldn't hang on to it, and White just having a tough day all around. 6 points, 3 rebounds, but he has really struggled to get involved in the offense for Tofas Bursa. Their big guns, other than Devin Williams, have really failed to shine here in this round 3 contest. They had 4 guys averaging over 14 points a game. Lejeski, White, Williams, and Phillip. Just Williams in double digits, and Williams the only one who's even close. Phillip with 3. White with 6. And Lejeski with 2. Foul on the floor, 13 foul for Tofas Bursa. Di Nicolau off the screen on the near side to Bramos. Vidmar double team coming. Vidmar kick out. Di Nicolau pulls the trigger, and the putback. Bramos and Vidmar were there. Bramos is going to claim it. Lejeski. This game's starting to heat up. Williams spinning and out of control. Williams ran right into the midsection of the big boy down low with his feet planted. It was Bramos, wasn't it? Well, does he have his feet set? Is he in the halo? Both are questionable, and Phillip back into the game. White takes a seat. One of those two have to step up for Tofas Bursa if they're going to pull this game out. Ramos has been stepping up here for Venice. 9 points, all from downtown. Ramos, ooh, he was left open, and Mejia had to shut him down quick. Di Nicolau, Tonut with the 3 ball. Back to a double-digit lead. And the 3-point shooting for Venice really punishing Tofas Bursa. Williams getting the contact, and Watt committing the foul, or was it Di Nicolau? Di Nicolau raises his hand. I believe he's going to get the foul. Williams going to go back to the line after a quick 8 points to start this third quarter. Williams going back to the line. He is 6 for 10 from the free throw line, make it 7 for 11. Single-handedly improving the free throw percentage for Tofas Bursa. Splitting the 2, and it's Vidmar ripping the rebound away. And Tonu, cherry pick it on the other end. And an easy deuce, the easiest he'll have all night. Stefano Tonut. Phillip. Screen and roll, Williams off the glass. Perfectly executed pick and roll, and Williams now at 21 points. Phillip shadowing Di Nicolau. Around the perimeter, Tonu. Down low, Vidmar has a mismatch. 3 on the clock. Ramos off the dribble. High arcer, and Mejia comes down with the board. $1:55 to go in the third. Mejia off the dribble. No good. Ramos is there with the rebound. So too was Phillip. And it went off of Phillip last. Coach N.A. doesn't look happy with the last possession by Tofas Bursa, Mejia jacked up the 3 ball early in the shot clock. He was the only one who got a touch on that possession. Mustafa into the game. Mejia just trying to take a chance there with the reach in. And it would usually be of no harm, but that's the 15th foul for Tofas Bursa, which will send Tonut to the line where he's got a chance to eclipse double digits. For the first time he got to double digits here in the Eurocup. And he splits the two on the trip to the free throw line. Yashar into the game as well. Williams going to take a break and gather his strength for the fourth quarter, where Tofas Bursa is going to need it. Lujeski. Lujeski wants it back. And Udano trying to shut down that baseline on Lujeski, which will send the former Panaman to the line as Udano picks up foul number 2. Still debating the foul, and Lujeski hits his first. He's got 3 points now. Slow night for Lujeski. Off the front iron and gathered by Watt. Di Nicolau, Watt around the perimeter. Tonut off the screen. It's Di Nicolau. Tonut in rhythm. Loose rebound and off of Yashar last. Yashar trying to convince the referee otherwise, and have a look. It was Udano and Yashar battling, and it will reset the shot clock for Reyer Venice with a 9-point lead. Filloy on the inbound. Filloy cutting Udano, and Udano going to go to the line as he was tripped up on his way to the iron. Filloy, we've seen that from him quite a bit here today. And it's very effective, isn't it? He draws the big man out on that fake shot, and it opens up the paint for the man, for the big boy cutting down the lane. Udano goes to the line where he's 1 of 2 today, make that 2 of 3. Rattling out the second, so it's a 10-point game here with under a minute to go in the third. Phillip, backdoor look, Lujeski, Yashar. Back to Lujeski, baseline drive, and he was just held up by Udano. Again, Lujeski going to go back to the line. Udano with a couple quick fouls and sending Lujeski to the line in consecutive possessions. Too strong, Lujeski, and well, does not paint a picture of a happy man at the moment. Shot only 63%. He's never been a fantastic free throw shooter. But he splits the 2, and we got a 9-point game here. Watt and Reyer Venice going to take it on the inbound yet again with under 37 to go. Austin Day going to close out this third quarter on the court. Watt with the screen, Filoy. Out to Tonut. Tonut driving, kick out, Yashar. The big boy running the break. Got it back to Philip. Yashar wanted to get it out of his hands as quickly as possible. 9th turnover for Venice. They've done a great job here in this third quarter, keeping the turnovers to a minimum. Philip driving in traffic, and Philip just trying to force his way into this game, and nothing doing for one of the top performers for Tofas Bursa in the first 2 rounds of action in the Eurocup. 5.5. Venice has to hurry down the court. Di Nicolau. Watt got a good look, but it was Durmaz who came closing the door as the clock hit triple zeros. And we go to the fourth quarter with a 9-point lead. It looked like Tofas Turks, who have traveled here to the Palasport Cagliaccio, have not given up hope. They know they got 10 minutes left and some highly potent scores on their team. They trail by just 9. Here's Day. Watt around the perimeter. Di Nicolau. Tonut. Watt with a quick move, and Watt was fouled down low on the baseline as he tried to turn. Yashar just got a piece, and a little bit of a follow through after the whistle was blown. First team foul for Tofas Bursa in this fourth quarter. Watt has been creating havoc. Watt's high this season in the Eurocup, 11 points. He had 16 in the third game of the domestic season. Watt got a decent look on the turnaround baby hook, but hung on the rim and fell fortunately for Tofas Bursa. Di Nicolau got a piece of Barish Ermish, who we've seen surprisingly little of. Just 7.5 minutes for Barish Ermish. Who came into this game averaging 6 assists. Williams gets it over to his point guard. Williams had it in stride and lost the ball on his way to the iron. He's got 21 and 9, but in that instance just bobbled the ball, and turnover number 10 for Tofas Bursa. Di Nicolau, and got into the lane. Did Mustafa. Di Nicolau. The pick set was an effective one by Austin Day. Di Nicolau, Yashar got a piece of it as he looked more like a hockey goaltender than a big man down there busting up in the paint. Yashar working on Watt. Yashar's been really the only one who can contain Watt at the moment. Day lights up a 3, and Austin Day stretches this back out to a 12-point lead. Big bucket from Austin Day, who had been quiet over this second half. Ermish. Williams hanging, and he got the roll. Devin Williams going back to the line and looking for a 3-point play of his own. 23 points for Devin Williams. Well, look at DJ White. 6 points for him. He's the leading scorer coming into this game for Tofas Bursa. Williams can't convert on the 3-point play. Stuck at 23, stuck at a 10-point game. Tofas Bursa. Venice off the screen. Watt into the corner. Filloy. Let's fly. And Filloy with the deep ball. 14-point lead for Venice. And that, with that last bucket, it's the most they've scored in any game here in the Eurocup. Williams, contact, soaking it up, put the shot up, and, well, Williams with a rush of blood to the head. Unsportsmanlike foul, as he thought he had been fouled on his way up. And, well, Tofas Bursa just losing control of this game here in the fourth quarter. And this could be a costly possession, a costly foul. Williams knew exactly what he was doing, as he was frustrated the shot didn't go in and that he didn't hear a whistle, and Day back to the line. Former Gonzaga man, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. He's got 14 points. The finals MVP from the LBA championship series against Sassari last year. And he has been one of the stars of the show here today.
Terzo fallo del numero 8 White.
Ramos with the inbound. Nicolau. Filloy this time from the other corner and rattled in and out. Mustafa with the rebound. White with the mid-range jumper, and will that just get him going? Filloy almost lost it, dribbling out of traffic, and wants Day to set the screen. No, now he calls it off. Watt comes instead. Filloy, 2 on the clock. Filloy stepping back, created some space, and Filloy on the step back jumper. Had Williams defending, and the only thing he could do to get an inch of space was put the moves on. Lejeski got the roll. Down by 15. Venice can sense their first win in the Eurocup, but they got to defend for another 6:36 in the first 2 rounds. And, well, don't look now, but Venice look like they're about to gather their first win since the 2016 season. Lejeski off the curl. Out to White. Lejeski back at it. In the corner, Williams working. Williams up and under. Got the foul. Couldn't get the and one. Vidmar bit on the fake, and Williams going to the line where he is 7 for 13. Got to hit these free throws deep in the game when you're trying to get back into the contest. $14 for 23 from the line. And there's Williams again, 25 points for Devin Williams. 9 rebounds, 1 away from a double-double. Alloy. Stone in no rush whatsoever. Day. Stone pops out. Vidmar gonna take Williams off the dribble, and Williams with the bump. It's his 4th of the night.
Siamo il quarto fallo al numero 41 Williams.
Well, Williams, if he had started the first half like he started the second half, this might be a different story. Well, Williams with 4 fouls now, sending Vidmar to the line. And the first one was well short by the big Slovenian. Off the mark with both, and White just can't get a break tonight, can he? Had the rebound in his hand, but a good defensive hustle by, I think it was Umana. Or perhaps it was Stone, as a matter of fact, as Umana isn't even in the ball game. Vidmar. Bramos wide open, deep 2. Bramos every time they need a big bucket. It's Michael Bramos stepping up to the plate. 13-point game, 11 points for Bramos. And every one has been a big bucket day with the strip. Filoy down in transition with the score. And Majeski with the turnover. Looking a bit depleted. Tofas Bursa. Frustrating that man right there. Matt Lejeski, who's got 6 points, came in averaging 14.5. Lejeski to White. White at the free throw line. Stops. William, deep ball. Off the back iron. To Ermish. Mejia driving. Pull up. In the lane. Off the back iron again. And Tofas Bursa just looked out of options at the moment on the offensive end. Filoy. He's been the hot hand here from deep in the last quarter. Barish. Williams taking it right into Vidmar, and Williams inching towards 30 points here. That's about the only bright spot for Tofas Bursa in this game. He's got 27 after that made bucket, and he'll go to the line for a chance at 28. Vidmar with his 5th foul. 8 points, 3 rebounds, right about at his average. 7 and 4 coming into today. But Vidmar played some big minutes, especially in that first half, just trying to shut down Williams, and well, he did so to the tune of 8 points. Williams went into the half, I believe, with 8 or 10. But then it's been tough going as the offensive revolved around Williams here for Tofas Bursa. They thought about the long ball at the top of the key. Instead, puts it on the deck, wide open. Back to Day. Great give and go, and Day couldn't convert. 12-point game. Bursa. Tofas Bursa need points in a hurry. Ermish came off the screen. Nobody rolling for him, though. Ermish down to Williams again. Williams, quick turnaround, and tough shot there as Bramos was posting him up. Bodying him, the big man down on the block. Under 4 to go. Umana. Excuse me, that's Stone again, isn't it? Stone. Out to Day, and White bailing out Austin Day and Reyer Venice as 1.1 was on the clock, and Day didn't have much to do. Well, he had a little lane on the baseline, and it was shut down by White with the arm check. In the bonus, Venice, so Day going to the line. He's at 14 points and 8 boards. And the free throw shooting hasn't been spectacular for Reyer Venice, but it's been just enough, hasn't it? Dave's 3 for 3, so he's doing his part. Off the mark there, and Durmaz rips down the board. 13-point game. Lejeski driving, getting the defender in the air. Day was patient as he went to swat it from behind, and here comes the fast break, and Lugano trying the no-look pass to slide it over to Julian Stone. And a rare turnover here in this second half for Venice. Day's had a great shift here today and may have seen his last action with 3:15 to go. Barish to Durmaz. Durmaz too strong, but got fouled from behind by Mitchell Watt. Mitchell Watt and Austin Day up there for player of the game for Venice. There are 4 Reyer Venice players in double digits. Bramos, Tonuts, Day, Filloy, and Watt. I should say 5. Durmaz connects on the first free throw. In the first 2 games, on the first game it was only Bramos with double digits, and last game just Day and Watts who eclipsed the 10-point mark, and today they've had 5, spreading the love all around here in the floating city. Di Nicolau into the paint. Tried to slip it over to Mitchell Watts, and it'll stay with Reyer Venice here. Under 3 minutes to go. Ramos again in the corner. Oh, Bramos! The sweet stroke from downtown. Everything is put up, has seemingly hit all nets, and Bramos with 14 points. 4 for 6 from downtown. Ermish couldn't find anybody as he picked up his dribble. Have a look. There was 2 or 3 defenders in the vicinity, all with eyes on Bramos. Lejeski couldn't handle it. Here comes Stone. Udano. Oh, Udano. Trying to put the exclamation mark here. You could see him just measuring up the alley-oop play by Reyer Venice. In a 3-point shooting clinic as well. 9 for 19, 47.4%. That shoot outstanding. White, triple try, and well, isn't that just the summation of his night? DJ White has not had any luck on the offensive end. 8 points for White, but they've been hard-earned points that he's had to fight tooth and nail. Watt committing the foul, as you see, down on the block, trying to post up Durmaz, and 4 fouls for Watt, 10 and 5 for the big man. Mejia. DJ White. Durmaz driving on Day. Durmaz, and well, he got the whistle as Austin Day thought with a route, just about everybody in the stadium that the defense was clean. Durmaz, the righty, got himself into an awkward position to try to put that up on the left-hand side. And Durmaz in and out. Durmaz connects on the last of two, and 13-point game with under 100 seconds to go. Press put on. Stone and company break it easily, and they're just going to watch the time tick down. Ramos. Talked about Watt being one of the stars along with Day. So too Ramos and Sammy Mejia. Well, adding insult to injury with a technical foul. Wasn't happy as he was tossed to the ground. Well, I don't know if it was a flopping call that they got him for, or if he said something on the ground. But they going back to the line to shoot a couple, and the Venice fans are bouncing up and down here in this stadium in the floating city, as they are only seconds away from their first Eurocup win since the 2016 season. And a meeting between the referees, just making sure everybody's on the same page. Well, everybody in the stands in, except for the few fans that made the way from Turkey. Watt looking for the and one, but it's going to be whistled on the floor. He'll go to the free throw line to add to his 10 points with $1:13 to go. Around the league, Unicaja and Galatasaray locked in a tight one through 20 minutes, 41-39. Ritas Vilnius dropping the home decision to Partizan Belgrade. And underway in Bologna in the third quarter. Bologna leading Morabanca Andorra by 6 points, 55-49. A couple of high-flying teams in Group A, Andorra and Bologna. Shooting 55% from the free throw line, and well, in a tighter game as they saw in round one, free throw shooting can really come back to haunt you. And Sammy Mejia drops to the floor, fighting for it still out to the last second. Mejia showing some heart, down by 13 in the fourth. Faris Ermish drops it out to Durmaz. Durmaz, one dribble, pull up, and collected by Di Nicolau. And an offensive foul by Mitchell Watt. Some unnecessary fouls by Venice. Just, you know, a bit more discipline needed to close out the game. Watt fouls out. Pleading his case, but he had A night that he will surely be content with 10 points, 5 boards, and it looks as though he will be walking off the court with a win. Durmaz, Williams. Williams lost control, and Austin Day. Day lost his grip on the ball as he went up. And Venice with one more possession to defend. Tofas going to have a chance to close this gap to 11. And indeed, it's Phillip. And, well, timeout Venice, I believe, as... So let's see what Coach Di Raffaele has planned for the final play of this round 3 contest with 3.7 on the clock. Stone to inbound. Will it be Bramos, who's been the hot hand from outside? Day, top of the key. Day way off the mark, but it's Reyer Venice who take their first win in the Eurocup this season, courtesy of 5 different players in double digits, and a defensive masterpiece